afternoon baseball here on the show. Today, spring training action from the Cactus League between the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim and the San Francisco Giants. Going to be an interesting contrast in styles in this one as one of baseball's hardest throwers goes head-to-head with a top finesse arm. Next. Don Sutton gets the start for San Francisco in this one. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, man, this is one of the game's all-time best pitchers. Over 300 career wins, and he's been doing his thing for a long time. It'll be interesting to see if he can continue that solid work in this one today, Matt.
Striding in is Starling Marte, and we are ready for some daytime baseball.
For the Angels, the designated hitter, Starling.
The pitch. Right side, but it's going to be a foul ball.
First pitch, 106.
Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Down and away, it's a ball and 2 strikes. And a great day for baseball here. 81 degrees at first pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
I know he missed with a fastball right there, but this guy's arsenal, you can't figure out what he's trying to do. He's got a lot of different directions he could go in right here.
And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So not the start to the inning he was looking for as he got the strikeout, but the runner reaches anyway.
Fletcher.
Stepping up is David Fletcher. First pitch of the AB on its way. Pitch out, nothing doing. Marte gets his lead at first, nobody out. And a good heater as he just watches this baby, a ball and a strike.
That's a real nice location with that fastball up and in on the hands. Hard to do much with that because a hitter really can't extend his arms very easily.
And they pitch out here, but nothing's going on. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here now the 2-2. And it's fouled away. Another 2-2 offering.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at-bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
Now the 3-2 pitch. And he fouls this one off. Keeps fighting him off. The 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Now a move over to first, and the runner back safely. Another full count pitch home. Throw over to first, and they get dirty, but he's back in safely. Making him work out there. The 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up. He's running. Strike called. Now the throw down. The throw is low, and he can't make the pick.
They ran the risk of a strike him out, throw him out play there, but that was a good job of getting in there successfully. On 3 and 2, there's a decent chance the hitter puts the ball in place, so it can be a good time to be aggressive just like that.
Now here's the first offering. Ricky Henderson comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one.
You rarely see a pitcher of this quality throw one right down the middle, and man, as a hitter, probably a good chance you're not going to see that pitch again.
Now a pickoff play at second, and he'll dive back in. Way inside with that one, a pretty easy take there. And there is our officiating crew in this one, calling balls and strikes, Mr. Freddie Ferguson.
You know, this is one of the guys behind the dish, Freddie Ferguson, Dan, that the rookies are going to have a tough time with. If you've played in the league for a little bit, you understand that he's got his own zone.
You touched on it, D-Roy. I think he rewards the veteran players, not only pitchers, but position players. He makes the younger players, he makes them earn their keep.
The 1-2 pitch is a swing and a miss. That's strike three. And stepping in, Orlando Cepeda. Great chance to drive in a run here in the early going. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
Looked like he was going to wait him out, see if he was going to come over the heart of the plate. Well, newsflash, he is, and this hitter's going to adjust his batting gloves, and he better be ready in the box.
Two balls and a strike to the Angels' first baseman. Two balls and 2 strikes to the baby bull, Orlando Cepeda.
Hey, from a pitcher's standpoint, sometimes the greatest pitch is the slider that backs up. He got away with that one, but he wants that thing to bury down the way.
Two and 2. Here it is. This one's outside, quite a bit off the plate that time.
You would think in this situation, maybe with a base open, he'd just pitch around him and put him on first. But not with the guy in the on-deck circle. He's going to attack this hitter.
Out of the stretch, the 3-2 home. Fouled off. 7th pitch of the at-bat coming up. Ground ball sent back up the middle, and that's through into center field. Base hit. The run comes across to score, and they jump ahead 1-0.
Dan, you were 1 pitch away from getting out of this. 2 outs, 2 strikes on the batter, and he's able to throw out a ribby knob.
Dero, it's hard to get more frustrated than that as a pitcher. You're 1 pitch away from getting out of a lot of traffic on the bases, getting into the inning, and next thing you know, you give up a 2-out, 2-strike base hit. Nothing more frustrating for a pitcher than to have that happen.
So here's Cody Bellinger as he'll take a look at ball 1.
I think this inning could have far-reaching effects in this game. They're really making him work, and unless he dials it in, it's probably going to limit how deep he goes into this game.
The 1-0. Runs a bit inside for a ball.
Well, both of those balls have been inside, so if I'm hitting, I'm looking for something I can get my arms extended on. Probably won't come back inside for a 3rd time.
Now the 2-0 home.
Oh, that's off the plate.
He's up in the zone a lot right now. Sometimes that can be effective, but I think you have to be careful with that, especially during a day game where the ball tends to carry a lot more.
Here it is, the 3-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Stealing that strike on 3-0 was important, but you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate in this situation. I got to believe he's going to be way more aggressive right here.
Up to an even 30 pitches here in the first inning. Full count to Bellinger, 3 balls, 2 strikes.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible outcomes on this pitch.
Line drive, base hit. And the throw will come in quickly from center, so despite the hit and run, they won't get the extra base here.
That's the difference in today's games. Pitchers will throw any pitch in any count, but the batter was able to deliver on a 3-2 breaking ball.
Stepping in now, Jose Ramirez. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1.
This is exactly the situation you drew up from an offensive standpoint. Good pitcher on the mound, but you got a chance to bury him early in this one.
Here's the 1-0.
1 ball, 1 strike.
Lifted the other way down the left field line. And Dunn will make the catch, and that ends the inning. 1 in the inning here for the Angels on a couple of hits. Pedro Martinez gets the starting nod for the Halos. What do you have for us on him, Danny?
Hey, we're taking a look at one of the top pitchers in the game. This guy has over 200 career victories, and he'd like to add another one to this list. This guy's been a really good pitcher for a long time, and right now he's showing no signs of slowing down. It'll be interesting to watch him work in this one here.
And now here is Hannes Wagner. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
Wagner.
Now here's the pitch. A cold strike to the 35-year-old veteran. 0-1. Pitch on the way.
Count 1-1.
Swing and a miss on a pitch outside. 1-2 now.
Yeah, guys, he's got so much respect for this guy's fastball. You could tell he was out in front on that slider. I think he goes to the well one more time with that pitch.
Their count now at 2-2. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Miguel Cabrera will be next. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. And he looks at ball 4 now, so he's aboard, and you always have to worry about the threat of the steal when he's on base.
As if things aren't tough enough here playing in this hostile environment, he walks the leadoff hitter, and oh yeah, he's a threat to run every time he gets on base. Not the way he wanted to start this outing.
Stepping in next, Miguel Cabrera. And prior to the first pitch, he'll look to first, and he'll dive back in safely. Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
With that base running threat on first base, man, does that change the pitcher's whole mentality. This guy at the plate should assume nothing but heaters coming right at him.
Oh, and that is right down the middle for strike 2. Skied into straightaway right. Tucker waits on it. 1 out.
Batting third, the right fielder, Al Kaline.
Into the box, Al Kaline. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a pitch out. Nothing doing, though, and that's ball 1. fastball in there for a strike, 1-1.
Can't come out of his game plan right here. He knows he's a known sinker baller. I know it was a four-seamer right there, but get back to that two-seam. It's what his MO is.
One and two now as this catches the outer half. Wagner leads off first with one away. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are two gone.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
Into the box, Eddie Murray. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. A runner on first with two away. One and one to the potent switch hitting bat of Eddie Murray. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now.
He's looking pretty passive here, hitting with a chance to drive in a run. Gonna have to make something happen with two strikes now.
The 1-2 misses, ball two. Here now the 2-2 is swung on and missed, strike three. One left for San Francisco. It remains 1-0. Second inning set to go, and ambling over to the batter's box is Carlos Correa.
Carlos Correa.
First offering. Cold strike as the slider gets the outside corner. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Just off the outside that time, laid off for a ball.
They're going to probably stay away from this guy. He's got so much power, you don't want to miss over the heart of the plate. But I think when pitchers try to be too cute on that outside corner, they might leak one a little bit inside, and this is where that guy would jump on it.
The 3-1. And that misses for ball four, so it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
That leadoff walk is a great way to start this inning when you're looking to pad the lead. Could be the beginning of good things here in this half inning.
And now in the box, Kyle Tucker. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. From the belt, kicks and deals.
I wonder if that call not going his way right there has anything to do with walking the last guy. We all know umpires don't give you much on the corners if you're not throwing strikes consistently.
The 1-1 home.
Boy, not exactly what you'd like as a pitcher. One of the keys is to minimize your pitches, attack the strike zone early, a lot of deep counts, and working himself into a lot of trouble.
The 2-1.
This situation right here reminds me of sitting on the bench talking to John Smoltz, Hall of Famer. He would always say, even though the situation looked bad, a pitcher is one pitch away from getting himself out of a tough jam.
And the count will be full. Nobody out, runner on first. Fouled away. He's set. Here's the 3-2. High in the air into shallow left center. Wagner onto the grass. He gets to it and makes the catch for the first out.
Batting ninth, the catcher, number 9.
Up next is Danny Jansen. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and one gone. He's set. Here it comes. This is line to left. Dunn is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now.
The batter, number 6, designated hitter.
Here's Starling Marte. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. First offering on its way. Correa, the runner at first with 2 gone. Tried to get him to go after the slider, but it's 1-1.
Hey, that's a nice take by the batter right there, but that's a non-competitive off-speed pitch. Got to do better to at least entice a swing.
In the dirt here. Runner holds as the count moves to 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. 2-2.
Wow, not sure what you're looking for right there, but that one was pretty much middle, center cut. Tough pitch to take.
Now a fastball swung on and missed, and that is out number 3. Angels strand 1. We played an inning and a half. It's 1-0. Ready to go for the last half of the inning, and that'll bring
Leading
forth
up
the
for
veteran
the
outfielder, Adam Dunn.
The left fielder, Adam Dunn.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike.
It's not easy to get your barrel to a pitch that high. That could be an effective location as long as he keeps it above the letters.
That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Oh, and there's a drive to deep left center. You can pretty much forget about this one. This is way out of here. So it's a solo shot for Adam Dunn. And the Giants have come back to tie things here at 1-1.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
To the plate now, Aaron Hicks.
The designated hitter,
As he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Wind up and the 0-1. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2.
Well executed fastball right at the knees. Going to be a long day for this offense if he stays in that spot.
And he misses there, 1-2.
Hey, they tried to tie him up on that last pitch, so I like that they went away with this one. The execution didn't work, but I like the idea behind it.
No outs, nobody on. Just lucky to make contact on that one as it's chopped foul. Here he comes again, 1-2. Change of speed there, but it's taken for a ball, 2-2. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out. At the plate now is Starlin Castro.
Starlin Castro.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
Oh, I love facing pitchers like this. He's leaving nothing to the imagination. Coming to get him some.
One out, nobody on. And smart to lay off there as the fastball misses. It's 1-2 now. Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
This tells me a lot about this guy. He's done a real nice job bouncing back from that home run to strike out the next 2 guys. Sometimes you're going to get taken deep, but it's all about how you respond that really matters.
The next batter will be Luis Robert. As the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike 1. He'll try to make something happen with 2 gone in the bottom of the second. Good hard slider there, but it runs away. It's a ball and a strike. And he takes one off the inside corner for ball 2. And that misses off the plate and low, so it's 3-1 now.
And this is where he's especially dangerous, because if you walk him, he can steal a base on you. But if you lay a fastball in there, he can take you deep, too.
Fouled straight back. Now the payoff pitch home. Line drive to left. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8-9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you can swing the bat.
In at the plate is Sean Murphy, as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. The 1-0. Runners off for second. That's a strike to throw down. And he'll be tagged out at second base, trying to get into scoring position, but instead the inning is over. Another look at the throwdown that results in a 3rd out on the bases. More Cactus League action coming your way after this. Top of the 3rd set to get underway, and that'll bring in the second baseman, David Fletcher. Now the pitch. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1. And he lays off a fastball here that looked pretty good, but it's 2-0.
He may be down 2-0 after those first 2 pitches in this AB, but those are pitches he can feel pretty good about. They did miss by a whole lot, so it's not like he's all over the place.
Check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. And it's fouled away. Here's another 2-2. Now a fastball inside, and he works it back to a full count now.
Not a time to fool around right now on a 3-2 count with the middle part of the order coming up. Expect a good pitch to swing at.
Now the payoff pitch home. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. So next to hit is Ricky Henderson, looking to put the ball in play here. He went down on strikes in his first at-bat.
Yeah, he's got to put that one behind him, especially with runners in scoring position. Those punch-outs will stick with you a little longer.
And he fouls this one off. This one's flared out toward left. Here comes a left fielder. He can't get there as it falls in.
Now batting, the first baseman, Orlando Cepeda.
So now to the plate, Orlando Cepeda. And a pitch out, nothing doing though, and that's ball one. The 1-0. And they pitch out here, but nothing's happening. Ball two. Here's a look over to first. A dive, but he's back. Now the 2-0. Too high. And it's 3-0. High in the air down the right field line. Right fielder giving chase. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out. Two down with a runner at first, and that brings up the former National League MVP Cody Bellinger. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
We're only in the third inning, and his pitch count is above 60. That's not being too efficient with your pitches.
The 1-0 home. A pitch out. The throw. And even a pitch out can't do the trick. He's in there at second. Well, that stolen base was about as bang as they come, and as Show Track demonstrates to us right here, it was his top speed that really made all the difference. He's definitely got wheels, and they were on display there. Here's the 2-0. Clearly off with his timing on that one, a swinging strike.
Hey, boys, you talking about getting your A swing off right here? That's what it looks like. A guy with massive power letting it eat.
The set and the 2-1. A swing and a miss as he chased with two strikes, and that will retire the side. Angels leave one. After 2.5, it remains a 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the third now, and that'll bring up Sean Murphy.
Leading off for the Giants, the catcher, Sean Murphy.
First delivery to him. Just off the outside, and it's 1-0. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. The 2-0.
Well, he was definitely looking fastball here, and he got one. But that was good discipline to lay off and get himself into a 3-0 count.
And he gets the call there, 3-1. And good patience exercised as he works out the walk to lead off the home half of the third.
Man, when the game is tied, the last thing you can afford to do is walk the leadoff hitter. Got to focus on getting that ground ball now.
So it's back to the top of the order now. And here's a man whose baseball card goes for more than $1 million. Hannes Wagner. First offering. Murphy aboard here at first with nobody out. A ball and a strike to the Giants' leadoff man. The 1-1.
Down 2-2.
Got him. Fooled on the pitch as he swings at it in the dirt for strike 3.
Pretty standard pitch sequence right there. Just how you draw it up in a perfect world. Jump ahead 0-2, and then you toss a changeup in the dirt to get him a chase for a strikeout on 3 pitches. If only it were always that easy.
Into the box now, Miguel Cabrera, as the first pitch to him is off the plate for a ball, 1-0. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. The 1-0 home. Line drive, and that's a base hit into center field.
Dan, he took that right back at his face right there. Exactly what you're trying to do. Middle cut, though. Are you a little concerned?
Yeah, that's a case of a ball being right down the middle. As a pitcher, you want to work the corners and stay out of that middle part of the zone, and he paid for it right there with a solid base hit.
Standing in now, Al Kaline, as the first pitch to him runs a bit inside for ball 1. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. One ball and 2 strikes to count. First and second now, 1 man out. Yanked the slider across that time, laid off for a ball. Two pitches fouled away.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
The 2-2 one more time.
I don't think he can afford another base runner here, so whatever pitch he feels best about, whichever one he feels most comfortable with, that's the one I expect him to turn to.
Payoff pitch home. Here's a pop-up now. Cepeda over to his left, and that's the second out of the inning.
That's exactly what they wanted out of that pitch up in the zone. They took him up the ladder, and he couldn't get up to it. So that was an easy pop-out. Well-executed pitch there.
At the plate, Eddie Murray. Skied down the left field line. And the 2-out threat won't pay off. The inning is over. Giants leave a couple. Through 3 complete, all tied 1 apiece. Jamison Taillon will come out now and make his first appearance of the spring.
Number 50, Jamison Taillon.
Ready now for LA, Jose Ramirez. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far.
Almost, Matty. Almost went deep his last AB. Certainly just missed it. With this guy's big power, he's feeling pretty good at the dish. Look for him to try and get on something and drive it out of the yard this AB.
Fouled off. The windup and the 0-1.
I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a ball hit well to the right side, but this will get into the crowd. Here comes the 1-2. He swung on and missed. He got him on strikes.
Now batting.
So next to swing the bat will be Carlos Correa. Worked a walk in his first plate appearance. Now here's the pitch. Both clubs with 3 hits in the ballgame. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. Angels shortstop behind in the count at 1-2 strikes. Back up the middle. And that finds its way into center for a 1-out base hit.
Way to battle right there. Hey, guys, that wasn't a bad pitch. And executed off the plate. Sometimes you got to tip your hat to the offensive player right there. Stayed inside the baseball and was able to get a knock.
In now, Kyle Tucker. As he'll take a look at ball 1. Flew out in his only at-bat so far. Correa breaking for second. Pitch swung on and missed the throw. In time as he just gets the tag down.
Very well could have been a hit-and-run attempt there. But you kind of have to make contact for those to work out. He didn't, and his teammate was hung out to dry at second.
One run, 4 hits, and no errors to this point for the Angels. And here's a fastball, not close as he runs it to 2-1 now. Hit well on the ground to first. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Angels go quietly there. On to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1.
Your
Bert
attention,
Blyleven,
please.
a right-handed
Now
reliever
pitching
standing
for the
6'3", gets the ball
Number
now out of the
28.
bullpen.
Blyleven.
Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th. And standing
Leading up
in is the
for the
veteran
Giants,
outfielder, Adam
The
Dunn.
left fielder, Adam Dunn.
First pitch of the AB now. Good fastball as he gets the swing and a miss.
Well, he kind of tipped his hand right there. His approach is obviously sitting on the off speed because he was so late on that first pitch heater.
Count now a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 delivery. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Fouled away. Fastball well outside.
Well, you don't see it all that often, but this might be a good time for a 3-2 change. If he can locate it, it's nearly impossible to hit.
And that's into the corner, a foul ball in right. Done with that open stance, and here's the pitch. Fastball called, strike 3, and there's the first out of the inning. So
Now
1
back,
out and
the
nobody
designated
aboard,
hitter,
and that'll bring in the switch
Aaron.
hitter, Aaron Hicks. First pitch on its way. Gets ahead of him here as he got him to swing over the top of this one. Down and away, ball 1.
1-1.
High in the air out to center field. Bellinger's under it. He hauls it in without any trouble, and there are 2 away.
The batter, number 13.
So here's Starlin Castro,
baseman,
struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one, and we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Ready to deliver. Here comes the first pitch.
You know, a lot of guys don't like to swing at the first pitch. That might be the case with this one right here. Took a wheelhouse fastball, 0-0 center cut. Didn't even give the impression he was swinging.
A ball and a strike now. The 1-1 home is laid off for ball 2.
Hey, after those 2 breaking balls missed, you have to be sitting on a fastball right here.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Good job to work the count and put himself back in the driver's seat. Started off with 1 strike, and now he's got the count in his favor, 3-1.
Strike 2 called, and it's full 3-2. 2 out, nobody on. And that pitch misses for ball 4. So the Giants have themselves a man aboard with 2 gone here.
Now batting, the center fielder, Louis.
The batter will be Luis Robert. Here's the first pitch.
No touchdown.
A ball and no strikes. Here it is. Big swing and a miss at the changeup. A ball and a strike. Runner aboard at first here with 2 gone in a 1-1 ball game. Called strike, and he's behind 1-2.
Count 1-2.
Swing and a miss at a big breaking ball, and that's how the inning comes to an end. Giants leave 1. 5th inning coming up, tied at 1. Victor Gonzalez, a lefty standing 6 foot even, takes over the pitching duties here.
Victor Gonzalez.
All ready to go in the top of the 5th, and that'll bring in Danny Jansen.
Leading off for the Angels, the catcher, number 9.
First offering on its way. Now a swing as he foul tips it here, and right off his arm behind the plate. That hurts. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1.
Wow, I can't believe the hitter took that one. The pitcher absolutely got away with a hanger.
Ball and 2 strikes to the Angels catcher.
The count is 1-2.
And a good sinker there gets him swinging for the first out.
That's a pretty impressive pitch from a young arm like that. If you could spot your pitches there in advantage counts like 1 and 2, you're going to have a lot of strikeouts and soft contact.
Digging in next will be Starling Marte. As the first pitch sinker misses to him, it's ball 1. No hits to this point. Fooled him with that one as he's way out in front. And it looks now like a right-hander's getting hot in the Giants' bullpen. Trying to bunt his way on, but this is popped up. Gonzalez is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Now back,
Now at the plate here is David Fletcher. He was retired via the ground ball last time up. First pitch on the way. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. Now, that slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
That misses, 1-2.
Boy, that's one of the toughest pitches to lay off. A hard breaking ball at the back foot. Tough take on a terrific pitch.
That misses, and we're even at 2-2. Here's one that misses inside, and the count's run full now, 3-2.
Wow, from 0-2 to 3-2, and that last pitch on 2-2 wasn't even close. He had this guy in the ropes, but now he let him right back into this at bat.
And the payoff pitch. Hit on the ground to third, right to him. Throw on to the first baseman Murray, and that retires the side. Angels go down 1-2-3. Halfway home, all even at 1 apiece. Caleb Ferguson, a southpaw standing 6'3", gets the ball now out of the bullpen.
Number 64, Caleb Ferguson.
So stepping in is Sean Murphy. He'll go to work trying to do something about breaking this 1-1 tie.
Murphy.
First pitch on its way. And it's fouled away. Big swing and a miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
I'm interested to watch this next pitch right here. He got a swing on a high fastball. I wonder if he's going to pull the old Plesac and climb the ladder.
Swing and a miss on the fastball, and that's the first out.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He gone.
To the plate now, Hannes Wagner. And here's a ball hit in the air. But this will land untouched. He struck out swinging in his last trip to the plate. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1. Good breaking ball, but he missed inside with it, a ball and a strike. And now we see a right-hander up and throwing in the Angel bullpen. Now the 1-1 pitch. One run on 3 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball. Lofted in the air out toward right center. Fletcher onto the grass. He tracks it down and makes the play to record the second out.
Boy, he showed some pretty good range, heading pretty deep into the outfield to bring that one down. Thought the outfielder might call him off, but he clearly had it under control.
Stepping in now, Miguel Cabrera. As the first pitch here's a bit high, it's ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0.
That's a good pitch to lay off right there, that cutter inside. And that is a real tough pitch for hitters to lay off of. And a lot of times, if you do swing at that cutter in, you're going to end up with some firewood in a broken bat.
Three and 0 now. Into the windup and the pitch.
Got to believe he had the green light in that situation. 2 outs, 3-0 count. This guy can certainly handle the bat. That's a perfect situation to let him loose. But I love the fact that he's keyholding a certain area, and it wasn't what he was looking for.
Tucker waits on it, and that ends the inning. Giants are down 1-2-3. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Emilio
attention,
Pagan
please.
takes over to
Now
start the
pitching
6th
for the
inning on the mound.
Number 14, Emilio Pagan.
So now to the plate, Ricky Henderson. A
Leading
hit
off
and
the
2
game,
tries for him so
The
far.
left fielder, number 24, Ricky Henderson.
Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Hit in the air toward the gap in right center. Center fielder giving chase. A dive, but it's off his glove. And he will get there as the Angels are in business with a leadoff double.
Oh, this is a great way to start the inning. Now the go-ahead
first
run
baseman,
is on second. A
Orlando.
base hit away from coming across. I know it's only the 6th inning, but you'd love to claim the lead right now and let your bullpen carry the load the rest of the way.
At the plate now, Orlando Cepeda. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball 1. One and 1 to count. From the belt, the pitch.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Henderson leads off second with nobody out. Hit in the air down the right field line. But this will wind up being a foul ball. Tried to get him with the cutter, but it's a full count, 3-2. Too close for comfort, and he did a good job just to make contact. Payoff pitch one more time. Hit on the ground out to short. Reined in. Throw by Wagner is right there for the first out of the inning. So next to bat will be Cody Bellinger. Lifetime against this pitcher. He's a .333 hitter. First offering on its way. A bouncer up the middle. And that's through into center field. Base hit. The runner from second crosses the plate.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, D-Roy. You get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base.
Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%, not trying to do too much, able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
Standing in now, Jose Ramirez. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him. And I doubt there is any intent behind that.
Whoa, he looks a little frustrated out there, and I don't blame him. He gives up a couple of hits early inning, and then he plunks this guy. He's fighting himself a little bit, so they might want to head out to the mound and try to calm him down.
Next to dig in, Carlos Correa. Last time through was a base hit.
Yeah, and they take another single right here. That third base coach is dying to wave his arms. I wouldn't be surprised if anything hit hard through the infield. He's going to wave them.
Now here's a swing and a little bouncer out to the left of the mound. And indeed, he'll not even try as he goes to first, and that means two men are in scoring position now with two away. Stepping in once again is Kyle Tucker. His career numbers against this pitcher, just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch. Strike one to start the at-bat. And he falls behind 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has to focus on making a good pitch right here.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. 0-2, here it is. And strike 3 called as he says, you got to be kidding me, with the side retired. Angels get just the one. Josh DeMont enters to do the pitching in the bottom of the 6th.
Number 63, Josh DeMont.
Bottom of the 6th inning now. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, Al
for the
Kaline.
Giants, the right fielder.
First offering.
Kaline.
Sent on the ground out to second. And that's the first out. Now the Giants' number 4 batter, Eddie Murray. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. First pitch coming, here it is. Fastball's too high here, 1-0. Some stirring now in that Angel bullpen, as it'll be both a lefty and a righty that start to get loose. The 1-0. This one is fouled away up to the concourse area. Low-scoring game thus far, 2-1 here in the 6th. And a check swing here as he couldn't help himself, and it's ruled strike 2. Fastball well outside. Full count now, 3-2.
3-2 counts are usually a time to challenge the hitter, but I think he'll be careful here. Shoot for the corner, and if you miss and you walk him, so what? That's better than him putting one in the seats.
Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Count remains full. The next 3-2. Line drive, that's a base hit into the right center field gap. This will kick up against the wall now. And he'll reach second now with one away. Finally, a little something for them to get excited about.
Yeah, a rally can begin with a single swing of the bat, and this might be their chance right here. They've struggled to produce a lot of runs, but there he is at second base. A shot to the outfield scores him. Then who knows what kind of roll they could get on. Got to take it one good at-bat at a time.
Now they'll have to deal here with Adam Dunn as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. The 1-0 is a fastball that misses.
Clearly staying away from him in this at-bat with that runner in scoring position tells me they're trying to force him to reach for something and maybe roll over on it.
Murray, the runner at second with one away. Too tight with that one. 3-0. It's 3 balls and a strike to the Giants' left fielder. And Dunn's going to lay off this one, so he coaxes out a walk, and I know they didn't want to give in to him there with the base open.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Striding in is Aaron Hicks, trying here to plate the tying run from second. from the stretch. In there, and it's 0-1.
That was a pretty good fastball after he walked the hitter previous. There was a little angry on that heater.
And it's quickly 0-2. Runners are at first and second with one away. Lifted down the line in left. And that will end up a foul ball.
I mean, he's coming right after him, Matty. 3 fastballs in a row.
Looking for the K. Here's the pitch.
Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to go a little bit further outside the zone. 3 foul balls in a row. He wants to get a swing and a miss on this next pitch.
Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is the changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
Starlin Castro is in for the 3rd time now as he takes a called strike. It's 0-1. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. Oh, 2. Here it is. Lofted in the air out toward right center. On the run is Tucker. He's there to track it down, and that'll end the inning. Giants leave a couple. They still trail it here 2-1. Blake Parker is on to pitch from the bullpen now to start inning number 7.
Number 53, Blake Parker.
7th inning ready to roll, and now it'll be the catcher, Danny Jansen.
The catcher, number 9.
First delivery to him. Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Now a ball hit pretty well to left, but this is going to wind up in the seats foul. Ready with the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now.
1-2.
And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the 2nd time this afternoon.
Nice job there taking care of the leadoff hitter via the strikeout. I'll tell you, in a 1-run game, especially this late, getting that first guy in the inning is so important. It changes the whole complexion of the inning, so that was a big out.
Tim LeCastro will come on as a pinch hitter to try and make an impact with one away.
LeCastro.
Now here's the first offering. On its way, the 0-1 pitch. And this is high, a ball and a strike. The 1-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
This one's flared toward left center, and the pinch hitter will not be able to advance the cause, and there are 2 away now. Travis Shaw will pinch hit here with 2 outs and the base is empty.
Number 21, Travis Shaw.
He's set and the pitch. 0-1, here it comes. Check swing here, but he holds up far too late as it's strike 3 and the inning is over. Angels are gone in order. They lead it 2-1.
7th inning stretch.
Travis Shaw will remain in the game at second base after coming on as a pinch hitter in the last half inning.
Now playing second base, number 21. Travis
Shane Green gets the call from the pen to take the ball for the home 7th.
Number 19, Shane Green.
Bottom of the inning now, and at the plate will be the speedy outfielder, Luis Robert.
Down by 1. I'm interested to see how they approach this as an offense, especially if they get someone on base early in the inning. Some teams, you know, they're going to try and manufacture that run, just trying to get that one run across. Others, they're going to look for 1 or 2 big swings to make it happen.
Bellinger is there, and he makes the catch for the out.
Up next to the guy.
And now Sean Murphy comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. High and deep to right center. Chasing after it is Tucker. He makes the play. Really had to hustle to get to that one. 2 gone now. Jared Trout will pinch hit here, and he's the potential tying run.
Number 5, Jared Trout.
Now here's the first offering.
0-1's the count.
We're in the 7th inning now. The pitchers duel. 2-1 our score. Hit in the air to right field. Tucker is camped under this one. And he will put it away to retire the side. Giants are down on 4 pitches. They're down 2-1. Jared Trout will stay in the ball game as a new shortstop.
Now playing shortstop, number 5.
Dylan Floro has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 38, Dylan Floro.
Trent Grisham is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th. Here's the first pitch.
Count 1-0.
Here comes the 1-0. Grisham is a guy that can really pick him up and put him down, if you will. He's a plus runner and really uses speed to his advantage in multiple ways on the field.
Yeah, and it works for him. It works for him in a lot of ways, like you said, Matty. Hits the ball on the ground, he has the potential to beat it out. I can't tell you what this does for an infield or an outfield defense to be put on their toes and have to make plays against this guy.
Up next for the Angels. The first
Now to the
baseman,
plate, Orlando Cepeda. He grounded out last time up. Here's the first pitch to him. Our pitcher's duel continues here. 2-1 score as we play the 8th. And it's 1-1. One and two as he chases the slider. Into the windup and the pitch. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Sliders, strike 3 called, and that's a pitcher's pitch right there. 2 gone.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Cody Bellinger at the plate now. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1. So far, 2 for 3 in this one. That misses wide. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Man, that's a great take right there. Backdoor slider just missed the outside corner. This guy must have a really good eye. Most guys swing at that pitch.
And he'll come back with 1 in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. Slider can't find the zone here, and he's behind now 3-1.
Every base runner in a close game like this really matters, so you can't afford to be giving out free passes this late.
Full count, 3 balls and 2 strikes to the Angels center fielder.
Yeah, you take a look at that 2-seamer right there, sinker. It had nasty downward plane on that ball. That thing must have gone down at least 6 inches.
He loses him on ball 4.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Next, it'll be Jose Ramirez, man at first after the 2-out walk. Has a look, now the pitch.
Yeah, that looked like an auto take right there, just trying to measure up this pitcher's stuff.
Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. Dive, but he's back. The 1-1.
Count is 2-1.
Bellinger is off at first with 2 away. Grounded back up the middle. And an underhanded throw is in time for out number 3. Angels strand 1 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. Trent Grisham will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field.
Number 2, Trent.
Giovanni Gallegos
Ursa.
is on to
Now
pitch out of the
pitching for
bullpen in the bottom half of the eighth.
Number 65, Giovanni.
Christian
Pitching for the
Pache
Giants.
will try and get his
Number
club back
26.
into it here as he'll pinch hit to lead off the home half of the eighth.
Pache.
He's set. Here it comes.
Nope.
Oh, much too tardy on the fastball. 1-1. Now action in the bullpen as their closer starts to get loose out there. And he'll come back with one in the dirt as the count moves to 2-1 now. A slider that time that runs away. It's 3-1 now.
Down by a run, your guy needs to get on any way he can. His mentality has to be to shrink this strike zone to like the size of a soup can. No reason to swing at a pitcher's pitch.
And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game.
Man, that's a tough one to swallow. You're hanging on to a slim lead, and the last thing you want to do is give up a leadoff walk. Seems like those are the ones that always come back to haunt you. So we'll see if that's the case here.
Jason Castro will come on to pinch hit here in a big spot.
Jason Castro.
First pitch of the AB now. And a ball 1-0. From the stretch. Quick check on that tying run at first. Back in standing. One and one. Here it comes. Change up just off the black, and it's 2-1. A runner at first with no outs here. Now a throw over, and the runner back easily. Two and two.
When I broke into the league, not many guys were throwing that elevated fastball with that much velocity on it. The game has changed.
The 2-2 is a swing and a miss. That's strike 3.
Really important time for a strikeout there, guys. Tying run at first, so objective number 1 is stranding him on base. And now with one out, it becomes a lot more difficult to manufacture that run.
Into the box now, Eddie Murray, as he lays off a fastball too low for ball 1. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Two and 0 now.
Clearly working the bottom of the zone, trying to get a ground ball for a double play.
1 out, 1 on in a 1-run game. Three and 0 now. he fouls this one off. The 3-1 lifted down the line and left. But this is going to wind up a foul ball. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. And he missed with it. Ball 4. So that means now the potential tying run will move into scoring position at second.
The left fielder, number 44.
Next to bat for the Giants, Adam Dunn. A base knock to the outfield could score the tying run from second. Dunn with that open stance, and here's the pitch. Bottom part of the zone, and the slider is in there for a called strike. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike. Tries to change up on him there, but it's a ball. 2-1.
Hey, time to start making some quality pitches. He finds himself in a tough spot behind an account with guys on base.
1 out with the possible tying and go-ahead runs on base here. Even now, 2-2. And he takes a look at strike 3 called, and that's as important as they come there. 2 big outs now.
Well, that call looked like it was a little in the pitcher's favor, but it wasn't outrageous. Hey, listen, calling balls and strikes is a really tough job, and even the best are going to miss some from time to time, especially when they're sort of borderline like that last one. Not sure the hitter would want to hear that, though.
Chris Martin trots in from the bullpen here as he inherits a tough spot with 2 on and 2 away. Next will be the designated hitter, Aaron Hicks. It's been a rough go of things at the plate for him so far, but his guys are looking for him to change that right here.
Yeah, nothing better than coming through for the boys in a tight game, Matt, especially when you're kind of due to do something productive.
Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. A ball and no strikes.
There are a couple of points in every game that could decide winning or losing. This is one of those critical spots. Time to make some great pitches.
Big spot. 2 out, possible tying and go-ahead runs on base. And he popped him up over toward the left side of the infield. And the inning will end as they're unable to cash in with 2 outs. Giants leave a couple. Our score remains 2-1. Frustration boiling over with an opportunity missed. We're back to Arizona and spring training baseball after this. Jason Castro stays in the game after pinch hitting, and he'll be patrolling right field.
Now playing right field, number 18, Jason Castro.
Rowan Wick enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. Nico Goodrum will also enter as he takes over at third base. Now at the plate is Carlos Correa. He bounced out last time up.
The shortstop, Carlos Correa.
He's ready. Here's the first pitch. And that misses for ball 1. Popped him up. Goodrum has a play. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. So now here is Kyle Tucker. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. From Down the stretch, here's the pitch. Fouled off. The 0-1 is a fastball low, and that evens the count at 1-1. And now the Giants are going to get a left-hander up and throwing in the bullpen. Now the 1-1 pitch is swung on and missed for strike number 2.
Put that in the memory bank. First time he breaks out a curveball right there, and it's a pretty good one.
And now a pitch hit sharply on the ground. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Now here's the pitch. And a swing and a miss here, and the first two are dispatched to begin the ninth.
This is a pitch I think we'll see a lot from him in this game. The cutter
Now
darting
batting.
in on the hitters in the opposite batter's box. It can be a real effective pitch when it's located well, and that one was right there.
Into the box, Danny Jansen. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. And he turns this one around high and deep to center field. Racing back the center fielder, and that one is gone! So it's a solo shot to dead center, and it gives the Angels a 3-1 lead.
The bullpen is going to have to take care of business in the bottom half of this inning. But they're going to be able to throw a lot freer that they've got that extra run to play with. Insurance runs are always huge.
Now batting, designated hitter, Tim LeCastro.
So now to the plate, Tim LeCastro. No balls and a strike to count. Flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. He's set. Here's the 0-1.
1-1.
Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2. This is line to left. That's his first base hit, making 1 for 2 now. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
Now batting, second baseman, Travis Shaw.
So digging in next will be Travis Shaw.
1-0.
Pitch out, nothing doing. LeCastro leads off first with a pair of outs in the inning. Throw over to the bag, and the runner back. The 1-0 is laid off, but in there for strike 1, using the slide step to try to control the running game.
Yeah, that's a good way of trying to control the running game, Matt. The problem with it, though, it has a tendency to throw your command off because you're worrying about that runner on base.
He's fallen behind now, 3-1.
Somebody's getting frustrated. He's not used to getting hit around like this.
Two out with the man at first. Now a throw over, just keeping him close. The 3-1. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Good spot for an RBI. Put the ball in play with the runner in motion. He could score all the way from first.
Good battle. Count remains full. A runner on first with 2 away. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat if they want to get back in this thing. 1 scores in the inning coming on this solo home run. Last chance coming up for the G-men. It's now 3-1 in favor of the Halos. Kenley Jansen takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 74, Kenley Jansen.
So now into the box is Starlin Castro. He
Leading up
flew out
for
in
the
his last
Giants,
AB.
The second baseman, Starlin Castro.
From the stretch.
Hey, you want someone sometimes to rattle the bat rack, but also the guy on the mound's got to eat too. They're executing their pitches out there. It's going to be tough to score some runs.
Swung on and fouled as it looked to make it all the way up into the concourse area. Still no balls and 2 strikes. The 0-2 once more. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. Back goes Grisham, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out. Ready now is Luis Robert. Flew out last time up.
Robert.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Up and in for ball 1. Comes back with the cutter and gets it by him. 1-1 now. Bases are empty. 1 man out. One is a cutter that misses. 2-1. Here's the pitch. Sean Murphy waits on deck. The 3-2 pitch. And he takes ball 4, so he's on. And as you know, that often means the steal could be in order here.
Now batting, catcher, Sean.
Next to hit, Sean Murphy flew out last time up. From the belt, the pitch.
I always remember John Smoltz telling me the greatest asset a closer can have is short-term memory. And this situation calls for it right here. He's got to forget that he has any traffic on a base pass and just attack the zone.
And there's ball 1. Swung on and missed. 1-2 now.
He's going to have to set his sights a little lower right there. That pitch was able to get by him. His swing was just a little under that one.
From the belt, kicks and deals. Just hung in there on that one. A ball and 2 strikes. Here it is. Pitch is way outside, and that's straight to the backstop. And that'll hurt as the runner will move into scoring position now.
And as a closer, a wild pitch is the last thing you want to do. His job was to finish this thing off, and he just made his job a lot more difficult. We'll see if he can get dialed in again here on the next pitch.
So a full count now. Jared Trout is on deck. And here's the 3-2 from him. Swing and a liner. Grisham is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2.
The batter, the shortstop, Jared.
And now back to the leadoff spot in the Giants lineup. Stepping forward, Jared Trout. And he needs to make something happen. They're down to their final out here in the ninth. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Tying run at the plate, the 0-1. Behind 0-2 now. Last strike here for the Giants. A little bit off the outside. It's 1-2.
You know, in this situation, you almost have to pitch like there's no one on base. That run really doesn't mean anything with the lead they've got. The hitter is the guy that can turn this game on its head.
This is on the ground over to first. Throw on to first, and the ball game is over.
Just a good, clean, crisp game. And a quick one, too, to boot. Great pitching and defense on both sides. Just a couple of key swings made all the difference in this one.
3-1 the final score this afternoon. The Angels rode an important 6th inning to victory in this one. Caleb Ferguson is the winning pitcher of record. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.